John was a schoolboy when he got his first KTG. I think it was a Sapphire Sky piece, or maybe it was mint green. But don't you know? Don't you know? Well, we're taking orders for the new run of KTG hats. Don't you know? Hey everybody, this is Kevin from KTG Hats. My name is Kevin Todd Gerber, and this is my hat company. First of all, I'd like to tell you a little bit about them. KTG hats are made in Montreal, Quebec City, Canada, in a factory that's making hats since 1895. We are in association with McGill Hats, and they are a fantastic hat company from their choices of leather, the softness and high quality, soft, light leathers like that, color choices, their custom features, gonna be incredible. We order these in what's called runs. So there'll be a 6-week period where I take orders for them. People place orders, and then we place our order at the hat factory, and then they make our hats custom just for us right after. So it's about a month to order these, and then about a month for them to build them. And the way it works, right now my website is ktghats.com, but it's still under construction. So we're still at the point where we don't really have a website for you to order at, but it's been super easy for you to order. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You basically just PayPal me, okay? What you do is you PayPal me a 50% deposit. The hats themselves are $285, and that includes free shipping. Shipping to the United States, continental US shipping is free. So it comes with a really nice hat box with a handle, and that's a double box and a corrugated hat box. They're both corrugated, so it's very strong, and your hat will arrive at your doorstep. As soon as they're built, they go right out directly from the factory. So there isn't really a huge wait for these. And we do them in little batches called runs. Right now we're at run number 2. Ordering is very, very simple. You basically, what you do is you just look at our menu. Our menu is right here on this video, super easy. And you PayPal me at quadrogong at gmail.com. You could pay the whole $285 if you'd like, or you could give me a 50% deposit of $142.50. The $142.50 deposit will reserve your hat. Basically, oh, I dropped my pick. That will reserve your hat. And then right when I place the orders, we'll have a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks, to pay the second half, the final payment of $142.50. You could pay me anytime between the beginning and the time when your hat is delivered. Free shipping for the United States, continental US, but if you're in Alaska, Hawaii, Canada, or any place else in the world, you can get shipping, but there's a little charge. For Canada, it actually might be free depending on where you are. So if you are an international customer, you could contact me at quadrogong at gmail.com, and I could give you an idea of what the fee will be like. When you PayPal me, basically you just have to put all your information right there in PayPal. There's a notes section called "What's this for?" And what you do is you give me the following information. Number 1, your name. 2, the style you want. 3, the color you want. 4, the size you want. And 5, your shipping address. So I'll need your name, the style, color, size, and shipping address. 5 things. You list them right there in "What's this for?" okay? And then when you pay me, I will give you an e-receipt within 24 hours. Sometimes I have a lot of them to process, but you'll get a receipt within 24 hours, and that's it. Some people are paying the whole $285 up front. Other people are just paying the 50% deposit. Whatever is more convenient for you is fine, as long as the whole hat is paid up by the time they're about to be delivered. They're all 100% fur felt from European rabbit fur felt. They all snap really well. They're good and snappy. I've told them to keep the brims a little stiffer and snappy, but to keep the tops of the crowns a little mellow so that you're not hitting a rock when your head hits the top and it flexes like that. It's very important for me. We chose the softest leather band that they had, and the specs on these hats are really exciting. So let's take a look at the line. The 2024 KTG hat line, run number 2. First, let's talk about the sky piece. This is the hat that really got us famous. This is my trademark hat, I guess you'd say. It's the green hat that I'm always wearing all the time. This is my favorite style. It's been really popular in this color you're looking at here, which is called Mist. It's officially a light gray, but as you can see, it photographs almost like a white, like a winter white. The mint green is the famous color. It's a really beautiful, vibrant, almost like a Tiffany color green with a little spot of blue in it. It's gorgeous, it's vibrant, and with that little black trim, that 1 1/4 inch band, it's fantastic. It's my hat, it's the one I love. We're doing it in a lot of new colors now. The sapphire on the very top there is like a vibrant navy blue, not like those boring navies. It's a blue with some pop to it. You go out in the sun and it looks like that. You go inside and it's a little bit deeper. It's not quite like a royal blue. It's not a deep dark navy. It's right in the middle, right where you want it to be, like a nice vibrant navy. We're trimming it with a sky blue, a beautiful icy light blue. So that's going to be a little bit different. It's going to have a lighter trim instead of the black trim. So far this has been incredibly popular. The Mist has been #1, but Sapphire looks like it's going to be a new classic. We're getting a ton of orders for it. I actually ordered one for myself too. To the left of that is Camel, which is a really rich camel color. It's just like a real rich, deep, almost like a camel coat with chocolate, excuse me, not chocolate, with black trim, just jet black on top of it, which is going to look really elegant, very similar to my sky piece, my green one and my Mist one, but it's going to have a little bit more serious, dressy look to it with the camel and black combination. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that one. And then we have an interesting one. We have a deep purple with black. The deep purple is limited. We're only doing it one time and one time only during this run #2. You will never see it again ever. No matter how much people ask, this is it. We're not doing it again. The deep purple comes with a special package. We're giving you some special feathers with it. Really big, bold feathers. Some special surprises come with that hat. And it's one of my favorites. I've been wanting a purple one forever. I'm going to probably be switching from green to purple for the next year or two because I just really want one. So that's it for the sky piece. Next, I have to talk about the Galaxy. The Galaxy is a really cool teardrop hat that we're running now. Think of something very whippity and style mastery with a teardrop crown, a wide ribbon, and big, thick, wide binding on the brim like an old vintage hat. This hat will have a 4.5 inch teardrop crown and that wonderful wide binding, a wind cord, and a 1930s style bow. It's going to be a very nostalgic, kind of a super old-timey looking hat, and I'm very proud of this. We're going to be doing it in a dark olive with a brown trim, as you see here. We're also doing it in a camel with a big, thick chocolate binding on it. You know, it's like almost like an inch thick. It's gorgeous. And the third color is going to be a dark gunmetal charcoal gray with a silver belly cream trim. just gorgeous. I can't wait to do that one. Now the charcoal and the camel are both limited. We're doing them both for this one run too, but you will never see that camel again. That camel and chocolate one, we're not doing it again. So if you're digging it, get it now, because by run number 3 it will be gone. Very proud of this next hat too. This is another teardrop hat. It's a real nostalgic looking 1930s, 1940s hat. Very similar to the Galaxy, but there are some people who don't want brim binding on the edge of their brim. Having that ribbon trim on the edge of the brim is really cool, and I love it. It's one of the KTG trademarks. But if you want a little simpler brim, like a raw edge, we offer something called the Nostalgia. Nostalgia is a 4.5-inch teardrop crown, just like the Galaxy, but it's got a raw edge, big thick bands, like the old days, 1930s bow, and a wind cord. So it's a little simpler version of the Galaxy with a raw edge. We're doing this hat in a few different colors. We're doing it in the camel with chocolate. We're doing it in a dark olive with a brown band, just like the Galaxy, an ash gray, which is like a standard kind of a steel gray hat with a burgundy trim, and also a mist, which is almost a white, a very light gray, with a really strong, vibrant navy band. It's almost a royal blue, but it's a bright navy. And that's going to be gorgeous with a raw edge, that gorgeous white felt. That's one of the hats I'm really looking forward to, the Mist Nostalgia. Now, if you like the Nostalgia, but you want to take it just a step further, we offer it in a really strict, authentic vintage package called the Nostalgia Premier. The difference is the Nostalgia Premier comes open crown. It's going to come with a really tall, big, boxy, broad, open crown, 5.5 inches tall, that you shape yourself. It also comes with a super wide band, 2-inch band, because we can get a little wider band on an open crown. So this is going to be the really authentic vintage hat. Super high crown, open crown, more boxy, wider ribbon, raw edge. That's called the Nostalgia Premier. The same 4 colors as the Nostalgia, but it's just a little different package. You just mark it down as the Nostalgia Premier if you want the open crown version. Now this next hat is amazing. A 3-inch brim. We're doing a big, broad 3-inch brim, kind of a Verdi type of a thing. This is going to have almost what I call this, an invisible bound edge. So it'll have a matching bound edge, the same color as the felt. So you've got a sapphire felt with a sapphire binding, so it's hidden, but it'll give it just a little bit of polish and really make this style look unique. The sapphire one up on top is a big brimmed, vibrant looking navy with a periwinkle blue band. So that's almost like a light blue with a touch of lavender in it. Give it just a really beautiful look, I think, for spring, for fall, for winter. It's going to look great. Then we're doing 2 different light colors. We're doing a pure silver belly on silver belly up on top. And then at the bottom, we're doing a mist with that vibrant navy again. It's like a sapphire navy band, really beautiful royal navy. And it's going to really pop on that whitish mist felt. This is a 3-inch with a tall crown. It's the center dent crown, the same as a sky piece, about a 4.5-inch crown. Very simple, broad brim. I think this is a great hat for a lady too. It's a fantastic hat for spring. I ordered a sapphire one for myself, so I'm excited about this hat too. I can't wait. Next, this hat is going to have a little simpler kind of a look. This is the Comet. The Comet is only a 2.25-inch brim, which is a brim size that's a little bit forgotten. It's not a small 2-inch, but it's not a 2.5. It's right in the middle. I'd like to call that a medium brim. This has a raw edge, 1.5-inch band, and we're doing some really neat colors. We're doing coffee and coffee, which is a dark brown. We're doing ash gray with a light gray band. We're calling it crystal. So think of a real icy white, light band on top of that gray. So gray with a lighter band. It's going to be gorgeous. And then cadet blue, which is a pale navy. It's like a navy with the saturation turned just down a little bit, with a more vibrant navy band on top of it. So it'll be tone on tone, but very interesting and very elegant, I believe. We're going to do a little different crown for the Comet. The Comet is going to have the same crown as the McGill Sinclair. It's a 4-inch crown. It's a little bit more defined and slightly lower. It should balance very, very well with the 2¼ inch brim. This is another hat I'm really proud of. I can't wait to see that ash, and the Cadet too.